Hi, it's Andy again. I wanted to go over the Jelly Bean SDK update that came out. It's a developer preview. It's not an official. Well, I mean, it is official, but it's not the final Jelly Bean APK or SDK that Google will be releasing. The way to get this is to update your tools and your platform tools, and then restart the SDK manager, and you'll be able to download the image, which is this, and the rest of the SDK um, files and APIs. Now, Jelly Bean doesn't look very different than Ice Cream Sandwich on emulator. If you wanted to see what it looks like, I have a phone resolution uh, that I'll start up here while I'm going over the additions. There aren't very many additions that they added API wise. Jelly Bean seems to be more like an overall bump in performance in the OS. However, it doesn't really perform very well right now as a virtual device. Really, this kit is really only going to be helpful for those who are actually going to develop for the few APIs that they added. Now, one of the cool ones that they added is in the dropdown. The dropdown for the notifications are now expandable, and they contain a lot more information. As well as you can now put additional buttons inside your dropdown messages. So let's say you had, I mean, for example, you had that before with like a music player, and you can pause or cancel an app, but now you can actually like take a little bit a step further with a little bit more um, in-depth, decision makings from the drop down, as well as if you have a Google Plus, somebody sends you a picture on Google Plus or um, text message or anything like that. When you pull out the drop down menu, if it's not the top one, you can actually take two fingers and swipe down on the message, and you can actually see a detailed, like a high res picture inside the notification window, which is pretty nice. Another thing that they added was photo and video support through Android Beam, which is a NFC API. But the operating system itself doesn't really run very snappy as you would expect. It's not an Intel um, derived system image, so it's not going to really run all that fast on a computer. But it is functional. I'm a little upset that it didn't have Google Now, but I mean I understand why they didn't include that. It's going to be their own proprietary baby. But fortunately, I have on my Nexus device a full uh, Jelly Bean build with Google Now and all the bells and whistles that Jelly Bean has to offer. Like if you pull down the notification window, if you had a notification in here, like a text message or um, an email, even email with just text, you can actually display a lot more of that email instead of just the title or who it's from, which is very nice. You can kind of sift through the spam and what's actually relevant to you. Um, Nothing really changed in the um, phone or people. The messaging app looks the same. However, I do notice that if I'm attaching a picture, it's a lot more responsive. Like, let's say I'm in the gallery app and I want to forward a picture to somebody. Um, when I type in the name and then go down to to send, that actual message pops up immediately with the other items that I had sent before. It doesn't take like several seconds for that information to populate into the messaging app, which is very nice. Um, Another thing is the transitions now come from the bottom, like they come from the bottom up. So when you close something or load it up, it comes from bottom. Also, widgets automatically resize themselves. So let's say I have, hopefully they have widgets on here. Let's see. Let's do hopefully a calendar one. This is a good example. So we'll take a calendar one. Let's put it on this page here, or it's actually on the next page. So let's say we move this over a page. It automatically resizes it. And then let's say we make it big. So we'll make it 3 by 4. So it's 4 across, 3 high. Let's take this and move it. Now obviously this 3 by 4 widget is not going to fit on this main screen right here, but it automatically resizes to a 2 by 2 or 2 by 3, so 2 high, 3 wide to fit in there automatically. So adding widgets, moving them around on different home screens is a little bit easier. Also, you can swipe. You don't actually have to drag it to the remove. I mean, it runs a lot slower, so it feels like you do, but you can actually just swipe them away. Trying to think of anything else from the presentation. If you haven't seen the day one keynote, highly recommend seeing the keynote. There is a little bit of glitz and glamour, some press stuff, but there's a lot of good information in there. I can definitely say that Project Butter, it works. They did a very good job on Project Butter compared to Ice Cream Sandwich, and definitely anything prior to Ice Cream Sandwich. It's just night and day. You tap a button and it's responsive. Keyboard doesn't lag. You can't make it lag. I've tried running a bunch of stuff and it just boom, 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 boom. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what other APIs they can produce, maybe another when they do the final release next month. July, mid-July is when the source for Jelly Bean is going to be released, and possibly more updates to the tools. So, and then once Intel gets a hold of the source, maybe they can develop an image that will run a little bit better on computers. So that's the little walkthrough of the developer preview of Jelly Bean. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't think I've been able to get it to work in a tablet mode yet. I'm still trying to figure out the proper settings for that, but it does work in phone mode. Let me know if you have any